Home Hardware Building Center starting gate. It's post time. Race 6, top of the stretch. Speaking of Shadow, Reggie's Game, Fifth Estate, Sunny Billion, The Yin Yang, Daddy's Eyes, and a Crafty Example. They are off and pacing away quickly at the rail. Speaking of Shadow, from the outside, that's the Yin Yang, along with Fifth Estate, 3 deep, as they vie for the early lead. Down on the inside, Crafty Example gets away neatly in 4. Settling 5th was Reggie's Game. Back there in 6 for Sunny Billion. The early trailer is Daddy's Eyes. On into the Redland Farms backstretch. First time the Yin Yang has taken control. Opens up a quick 2.5 on Speaking of Shadow. Inside now up to 3rd. That's Crafty Example. Backing off and looking for a seat in 4. That is Fifth Estate. 5th in line, that's Reggie's Game. Back there in 6 and stepping to the outside is Sunny Billion. And at the back of the field, Daddy's Eyes. 29 and 1/5 second was the opening panel. They continue off the top turn as they enter the stretch. 4 time 1 approaching the half. And Speaking of Shadow, up on the outside, looking to take the lead away from the Yin Yang as they near the half. Inside, a Crafty Example is traveling 3rd. Gapped out 2nd over. In 4, that's Sunny Billion. 5th along the rail is a hemmed in Fifth Estate. Outside and moving now is Daddy's Eyes from 6. Shuffle to the back. As they continue on to the 5/8 is Reggie's Game. The half 59 and 1 on to the backside. Final time, the Yin Yang fighting back on the inside. Outside is Speaking of Shadow as they approach 3/4. Then Crafty Example looks at it from 3. Outside, that's Sunny Billion traveling 4th. Back on to the lead now by a length and a half is the Yin Yang stepping it up on the front end. Backing off is Speaking of Shadow into 2nd and will settle up the rail as they race on over to the 7/8. 128 and 4 was the 3/4, and the Yin Yang leads by some 4 open lengths with less than an eighth to pace. Well back 2nd is Speaking of Shadow. Off the turn and down the lane they come for the final time. It is the Yin Yang dominating here in the 6th race, winning it convincingly. Up on the outside, Sunny Billion battling Speaking of Shadow. Speaking of Shadow fends off Sunny Billion for the place spot. Mile in 1:58 flat. back in the Woodmere Farms winner's circle. The 6th race winner, number 6, the Yin Yang. 5-year-old getting by Thinking Out Loud. Really rock and roll Hanover Dam, Rockin' Alice. By Dave Settle, Waddy Cameron, and Anthony Repschel. Trained by Dave Settle, driven this afternoon by Todd Trites. The Yin Yang in 158 flat. Quarter in race 6, kindly sponsored by Ian Tate Plumbing and Heating Limited.